I'll just tell you like a smidge of me. So I've been in Access, doing Access for 2.5 years. I studied to get my master's in somatic psychology, and I've had a body practice pretty much my whole life. I would say the last, going on 18 years, I've been facilitating movement classes. I've been, sort of helping people with their bodies, and my secret is I hated my body, right? So I, literally was in the space where, and I'm sure none of you have done this, where you think that to get the body you want, you use judgment. You compare yourself to other people. You look at, oh my God, how, I used to do this all the time, these skinny people that would be like maybe for soon, I love you. And these people would eat whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and I'm like, I have to count the peas on my plate to try and get to the body I want, and I'll never be the size of Rasoon. And, I had a great body, ate whatever I wanted until I was 15, and at 15 I had an incident where my grandmother passed on my 15th birthday. She came into my body, and all of a sudden I got a lot of pain. I started gaining a ton of weight. I started judging my body and everything about my body, and I started hating my life. And I literally, from the time of 15 until 2 years ago, really only a year ago, that I went, oh, I want a different reality. I am tired of spending so much energy judging my body, ignoring the pain. I had a lot of issues. I had to go to the hospital. I mean, all of these things that I had to deal with, and I went, I know that, and you guys are asking the question, I know that there's got to be another way to get out of the pain, the discomfort, the judgment, the looking in the mirror, like what Nikki said. She looks in the mirror one day, she's like, great. Next day, totally different experience, and it ruins her day. I know that game, and it's like, wait, your body really isn't that different from yesterday to today, but in our world, 5 pounds or a pound, it's like this huge, everybody's got to know. When I was 3 months pregnant, I thought it was so freaking obvious that I was pregnant. And I look back at pictures, and my body looks exactly like, well, a little different, but pretty much exact same size. And I thought it was so obvious that I was pregnant. So obvious. I was like, you can't tell. I'm pregnant. What's wrong with you? So basically, after giving birth to my son, he's 6.5 months old, and it was October 19th, December 21st, I woke up and I was looking in the mirror and I started judging my body. And I was like, are you aware that you just gave birth 2 months ago? And here you are wanting to be where you were 10 months prior? 12 months prior, I wanted the body like that, come on. And I looked in the mirror, I was like, you know what, I'm ready to create a different reality. So there's gotta be something different. And so I went on a no judgment diet. I told my husband, he's like, really? I don't think that's possible. And I was like, no, I'm doing it. Something has got to change. And so what I did is I committed to every time I looked in the mirror, if I went to a bad thought, a bad notion, a bad moment, I went, stop. I'm not having that. It's not serving me, because how much energy do we actually expend on not creating our lives by judging what we think we look like, by judging your pain, by judging, oh, well, she's got great hair, and I love her lips, and, I like his ass, and, all of those things, right? We judge, and then what do we do in the judgment? We totally take ourselves out of who we already are. And so when I entered into Access, someone had said, well, bodies really don't have to be judgeable. And I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me. What did you just say? And she said, well, if you stay in Access long enough, you'll recognize that bodies don't actually have to be judgeable. And I was like, I can't even imagine a world where that would be possible. Because I had spent, umpteen years in just judging my body and eating disorder in lots of different realms, and never really feeling comfortable, over-exercising, under-eating, judging every piece of food I put in my mouth, judging how many minutes I was on the treadmill, judging how many minutes I was lifting weights. And it's like, there's got to be a better way. And so since December 21st and going on this no judgment diet, I'm telling you, it works. Because I have way more energy to now create my life. to do my business, to play in the realm with my husband, to play with my son. There's just like, what if we could all have this space where it's like, you know what, I know that judgment, I was working with a client last week and she called it her creature. She goes, oh my God, you're naming my creature. And because I was like, that doesn't sound like you when you get out of you. And she's like, oh my God, that's the creature. He comes up and he judges everything I do. And so we all have this creature, right? Whether it be with our bodies or somebody else has more success or somebody else has a better relationship, we all have this thing that judges and compares how we're doing in comparison to other people. And how much energy does that take?
It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of over that, Ken. So everywhere we all thought that getting the life, getting the body, getting the money, getting the relationship that we truly desire was going to get there by judging. Has it ever worked? Right, so through all time, space, dimensions, and realities, everywhere we thought judgment was the way to get what we desire, can we like destroy it, uncreate it? Through all time, space, dimensions, and realities. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hallelujah, right?
Yeah.
Revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, reclaim, denounce, destroy, and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool. Everybody, yeah, opening up your hearts a little bit, dropping the sacrum a little bit. There we go. And if you feel called to stand up and move through the class, if you feel called to do body processes or run bars, please, this is a body class, right? This is like, let's get in touch with what's actually true. And so if we actually got out of the dichotomy of judging ourselves, would we have a whole different space to live in? So everywhere we think that judgment was the source, everywhere we made, there we go, I've never had this one before, everywhere we made judgment the source of creating, yeah, there we go. Can we destroy and uncreate that? Yes. Woo! Yeah, opening up those hearts again. Yeah, just expanding. There we go. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyond.